The National League Player of the Week is presented by Chevrolet. And from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suárez is the one that is worthy of this honor. Look at what he did to start 2025 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. 4 of 14, and those 4 hits, 4 bombs. He's slugging over 1,100. He's got 7 ribeye steaks. And the Arizona Diamondbacks begin a series tonight in New York against the New York Yankees. But as we are now joined by Albert Pujols and Mark DeRosa, who combined have 803 home runs in Major League Baseball. Granted, Albert has 703 of them, but Hero, you're right there in the
center. I got 100. I got 3 digits. Hey, time out. I was saying this in break. I played with Albert, but he said, you love doing this. The little kid in me, I get a chance. I can make the argument he's the greatest right-handed hitter of all time, and I get a chance to do a breakdown on a current player with one of the greatest players in the game. So I do not take this stuff for granted. Eugenio, DVR this. Don't listen to a word I say and listen to everything. Because I basically take a lot of what I do up here, Albert, is what I learned from you, going in the cage with you, going in the cage with Chipper Jones, Michael Young, and the great hitters that I played with. And I wasn't a tinkerer, but Eugenio has done some things different. So we're going to dive in on what's gotten him going out in Arizona, because the Arizona Diamondbacks are a problem. If he's going to swing the bat the way currently constructed, they're a problem. And he doesn't get enough run. 5 out of the last 6 years, he's gone 30 and a hunch.
Wow.
Yeah, not a lot of credit to this guy. Just putting numbers really nice and quiet every year, 30 and 100. I mean, and making the adjustment that he needed to make, in his swing to produce, and that's what he's been doing.
Last year, he got off to a slow start with the Diamondbacks. He was hitting 203 with 6 home runs before July 7th, and then all of a sudden made a little change of where he stands in a box, kind of opened up a little bit, and he has been on fire since. But he has always been a home run hitter in his career. The other thing I love about him is he posts. He plays every day. You never see this guy take a day off. Home run leader since the start of 2017. Judge, Schwarber, Matt Olson, Eugenio Suárez, Machado, and Jose Ramirez. So what has he done different since July 7th? We sent Nays. He said, here's the manifesto. Take a look. So leave this for a second. A little bit closed off or neutral, you would say, last year, kind of around opening day. And as of March 28, 2025, kind of opened up, laying the bat on his shoulder. Were you a guy that kind of did some different things at the plate? I wasn't a tinkerer. I stood in the same spot my entire career. I wanted this to touch right here, and I was thinking up the middle the other way. Were you a guy that changed his stance?
I was the same way with you. I never move around the box. I always keep pretty much my same base that I have. But what I love about him right here in 2025, you see how he opened his hip?
Yes.
I mean, that's allow you to drive the ball. Sometimes we think if you look at 2024 here, he's kind of like locked up right there. He's not able to get through that to the left side because his hip is so locked up. And sometimes, myself in my career, or especially late in my career, I used to lock up myself here. And I open up and I start doing the leg kick. You asked me if I did the leg kick. My last couple of years, I started doing it. So I love where he's at right here, and that gets you to his front side. His hand also, when
just
you
looks relaxed.
2024 to 2025, he's just nice and relaxed and waiting for to
show the side angle of it.
He's hunting for the baseball.
Got a little bit of a leg kick working. Pause
He's
it.
not only just hitting fastball, he's killing breaking balls as well.
He kills breaking balls. We're going to get into where he stands in a box because he's adjusted himself. But I want you to kind of talk to me about, this is April 30th of last year, pretty static, flashlights. Now we got almost a pigeon-toed back foot, almost trying to set that pressure into his backside and back hip.
Yeah, and it's all about making adjustment, April 2024, he wasn't feeling comfortable. 25, he's like, okay, let me trigger with my backside and let me get that hip. Maybe I can push, from that back leg forward. And I think that's what he did, and I think he's in a strong position right there. I would have loved to have him maybe get a little bit more into his leg and the backside, but it's working.
Yeah.
Why change what's working? So
we have a new.
He's doing a great.
Show me the overhead view. Lecky went and found this. This was fantastic. So he's adjusted where he stands in the box. Pause.
Ooh.
Take a look at this. Beginning of last year, he's like 98% of the guys in the league hanging on that back line. The reason you want to get as far away to let that ball travel so you can see it and recognize it a little bit more. This would be crazy for me to even entertain being that far up in the box. But maybe that's leading to why he absolutely kills off speed pitches. He's catching them out front.
That's it. And I was going to say, he moved up and he's getting that breaking ball right before it breaks, and he's killing it. That's why he's hitting probably breaking ball as well. And then he's close to the plate, too.
Yeah, he got closer to the plate.
You know, I know he pulls the ball a lot, but he's strong. He can drive the ball from right center to left center out of any ballpark, you know. But I think that's why he's killing the breaking ball, because he moved up in the box, and now he's getting that breaking ball. Like almost every pitch is hanging to him.
And we got the measurements now. Depth in box. Last year, 27.6 inches back. Now he's only 19.5. Distance from the plate, 25.1 inches away. Now he's closer by 2 inches. Distance between his feet, he's tightened up his feet. Stance angle, nays. This is good stuff right here. Okay, so he has 4 homers. I want to go inside each one because you were always the best. Whenever I tell people all the time, I came out on deck, Roflo, one time we're in Houston.
I remember.
And I'm on deck getting ready to go hit, and Albert goes, hey, sit slider first pitch. And I'm like, what? No chance. And he's like, no, I'm telling you, just sit slider. And he threw it, and I took the guy deep. And I would have never been sitting on that pitch. So that's why I love like the whole cat and mouse of what you'd be sitting on. So let's get first at bat, Justin Steele. He's going cutter 91, boom 92, and then he goes like little rinky-dink changeup 87, right into his barrel. But you see right there, and run that back real quick. Watch him kind of set that like into that pigeon-toed hip to kind of stay back there. Run this. Pause. He kind of starts open, but then he shifts back to neutral.
But another thing that I love, even though, you know, look at his front leg. Like, he doesn't have that really high leg kick. You know, if you look at before, he making that swing to attack the baseball, that foot is down.
Yes.
You know, and then he's in a good position now to float through the strike zone.
There's not too many right-handed hitters that have pretty swings. He's got a pretty move to the baseball.
Manny Machado has a good.
Like Manny Ramirez had a gorgeous right-handed swing.
Machado too, Rob.
Machado's got a nice one. Adam Jones had a gorgeous one. That's first pitch right there. Now this is set up to perfection. I just want you to watch this AB. Curveball, sinker in. Curveball, sinker in. Pause. I mean, you're not going to throw him another curveball right here, are you? 3-1? Would you be sitting breaking ball right?
No chance.
You'd be sitting sinker in?
I would be hunting with the fastball. 3-1, that's my count. I got the pitcher where I want to now, but
it almost seemed like he went curveball, sinker in, curveball, sinker in. Here comes curveball.
But when you like things like that, like he is right now,
it doesn't matter. Run this.
It doesn't matter. Boom.
Oof.
Oh, mommy.
But you're in a 3-1 count. Count leverage would tell you to be on the heater, and he was all over that curveball.
And I think what it helped him too as well, he's getting deep into the count too. It makes him, you know, have the pitcher throw everything that he has. And I think that last home run that you saw, that's what happened. He threw breaking ball, sinker, and then he hung that breaking ball again.
Well, moving up in the box has certainly helped him. Highest slug percentage versus non-fastball. Ohtani's and Judge are the 1-2 on every board we put up. And then Vlad Guerrero, Suarez, Jackson Merrill. And he always, look at the bottom. He's 10th in MLB in 637 slug versus fastball. So he's hammering everything. Hey, when we always like to do the comps. We got the spray chart. He's obviously a dead pull guy. But we like to do comps. When I watch him, I see like my boy Vinny Castilla when I first came up with the Atlanta Braves. I know we have some vintage Vinny. And I went back, looked at the back of his baseball card. 96 through 98, Vinny was throwing up north of 40 and like a $130. He taught me a lot at third base. Play as deep as your arm will let you. You should never have to dive. He used to say you should never have to dive. Just play deep if you got a cannon.
Oh.
You know?
That's great stuff.
Yeah, too.
Guys, there's not a lot of morning shows, especially on American sports television, where you're learning something and teaching people something. That was excellent. Really good job, D-Ro. Really good job, Albert. Good stuff.
Yes, they are. I want a number specifically. Baller strike is the name of this game, gentlemen. You know how this works. If you agree, it is a strike down the middle. Disagree, take the ball, all right? You ready? D-Rose said the Dodgers go 160-2. The Dodgers will set the all-time single-season wins record. Baller strike, D-Rose, 14 home runs already on the season. What do you think?
This is a strike if they want it to be. That's the way I feel about it. It's a matter of load management down at the end. If they want to push their pitchers, or if they want to save them and get ready for the postseason.
I mean,
they've covered up
starting pitchers.
They're 6-0. Mookie's 120 pounds.
Yeah.
He got sick. Freddie's barely played.
Right.
Tommy Edmonds, I mean, you had him.
That was a great pick. I told Dino Evo last year when they picked Tommy Edmonds, he was like, that's a great pick. This guy can produce from both sides.
The way they do it, though, the Conforto and Kike's, and they matched him up against guys that they absolutely rake against. So they have superstars and then really good matchups. And
do you think they get the all-time wins record?
That's a strike for me.
Okay.
Too. I mean,
There we go.
They are built. They are built for it.
2 for 2, Lauren.
Okay, Freddie and Mookie, 3 and 2 games respectively to D-Rose point. Offense is the theme early on. Aaron Judge, you ready? Will hit more home runs in 2025 this year than he did all of last year in 2024. The number was 58. Ball or strike, D-Ro?
I say strike.
And last year, he didn't hit his first home run until April 24th. That was 25 games in.
That's what I was going to say, Lauren. He got off to such a slow start last year and then just went bonkers for 6 months. So he's hot right now. He's got 4 already in the tank. You would know better than me, but I think he's got 60.
Well, definitely 100%. That's a strike for me as well. I mean, it's a great start. He got 4 right now, and I think the only thing that would slow him down is if they stop pitching to him.
Yeah, Lauren, strike for me too. I mean, who am I to second guess or doubt this monstrosity of a man? By the way, we saw him at the stadium on opening day. He's so much bigger than you anticipate. I mean, on TV, you're like, okay, this is a very large human. He is so much bigger in person.
But he's shredded.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
That's the
So
thing.
how complete are the Yankees is my next question, because the Rangers are the most complete team in the American League. That's what it says on this sheet. Think about it. I already know what you're going to say.
I'd say ball to that just because of their bullpen situation right now. God, complete team.
In the American League? Would you include the Guardians in that mix?
I like the Orioles.
You like the Orioles?
I like the Orioles.
I like the Red Sox roster.
Yeah, that's fair. I think they're too. Yeah, I'm going to say ball to this because of the issues in the bullpen, which, as we know, Lauren, Bruce Bochy is a wizard when it comes to managing a bullpen, and CY is going to do something at the deadline or earlier to shore up that bullpen.
Mays just said it in my
I would
ear.
say ball myself too, because you just don't know what's wrong and anything about it. With the injuries, would they stay healthy all year? So
Mays said he doesn't think there is a complete team in the AL yet.
You might be right. You might be right.
Okay. What about Kyle Tucker? I have one more. He will finish top 5 in the National League MVP race. He's your guy, D-Ro. Finished 5th in 2023. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to throw this to Albert because we were sitting in my office and this was the one question we knew was coming. And my initial reaction is to say yes. And Albert's like,
I would say no. That's a ball for me as well, because, I mean, when you got Tatis, you got Ohtani, Mookie, Freddie. I mean, Acuna obviously is in the DL right now, but Ellie, I mean, those guys are legit. Not to take away anything from Tucker, but I think my early pick for an MVP is going to be Fernando Tatis this year.
Really?
Yeah, I love the way he started. It is a strike for me, Lauren. Remember, Kyle Tucker was having an MVP caliber season when he got hurt last year with the Astros. And since the start of last year, Kyle Tucker is 3rd in slugging in the major leagues. The 2 guys in front of him, Judge and Ohtani. And he's going to play very good defense out in right field, and he'll steal some bases if he gets froggy. So I think the potential is there for King Tuck to finish in the top 5.
2 home runs, 7 RBIs so far this season. I have one more just added. This just in. Something's going on with you and a chiropractor or something? Robert will need to go to the chiropractor is the next statement.
Well,
what happened?
What she's talking about here is my back's been a little sore, and I was at the chiropractor yesterday, and she asked, why is your back sore? And I said, it's because I've been carrying a morning show for the past 4 days. All right? She wasn't here at all last week. She's here in studio this week, and now I've got all the bumps.
I will say, she's trying to sabotage our ratings, is what she's doing.
Lauren, people need to see the banner walks. They need to see the banner walks, everything.
Is this a contract year for you?
No, why?
Yeah. I was just wondering.
What are you wondering?
Yeah, exactly. Lauren, let me just say this. You have a very dedicated fan base. And I say that with all due respect and with peace and love.
It's game-changing when you're here.
I know it is. It is.